In this video, we're going to show you how to take a two-channel stereo input, left and right channels only, and create a 2.1 output so you can add a subwoofer to your system. So here we are on the main audio system page of the SA8 DSP, and when we click over to our Home tab, you can see we have nothing assigned. That's why the outputs are all red, nothing on the input side. Here's our input, so we're going to very easily just add in the left and right channels, auto save so we don't have to do anything else. Now we're going to click over to our channels tab, and you can do this two different ways. You can say import from inputs, which will at that point import all of the inputs even though you're only using two of them, which can get confusing when you're setting things up, or you can just create your own channels. So we're going to create three channels, our left, right, and our sub channel. We'll name them right here, left, and we're going to select our left input, right, and we will select our right input, and we're going to use a single sub, so we'll select a subwoofer, and here we're going to select the left and we're going to select the right. So we're going to sum those two channels. We're going to tell the system that this is a subwoofer. And then what we're going to do, since we have no crossovers in the system, we're going to create crossovers for our high pass on our full range speakers. So I'm going to use the factory PEQs that the users can access right here on the same page. We're going to turn off the bypass so they will be active. We're going to use a high pass, and we're going to double them up, so we're going to have a steeper slope, 24 dB instead of a 12 dB per octave. We're going to select 80 Hertz on both of them. That's going to give us a much steeper 24 dB slope at 80 Hertz for our left channel, and we'll do the same thing on our right channel. High pass, 80 Hertz, and 80 Hertz. After setting up your crossovers for your left and right channels as a high pass, we're going to set up the crossover for the subwoofer, which will be a low pass. So again, I could do a steeper slope by selecting two frequencies, or two filters. And again, we're going to go to 80 Hertz. 80 Hertz, and we're going to select a low pass on both of those. So again, we're going to have a nice steep slope for our subwoofer. So now that we've set up our crossovers, we can go to our speaker tab and we can add in our speakers. So we've got a left, a right, and a subwoofer. So we're adding in three speakers, and we're going to name them left, right, subwoofer. And we're going to use, in this particular setup, we'll use L75s. Once you type that in, it will give you the speaker variants on any speaker that has more than one variant. So in-wall, on-wall, freestanding. These are going to be a freestanding speaker. We're going to select the left channel input, and we're going to use output number 1 and output number 2 for the high frequencies. And you can see here that the high frequencies have already been inverted, which they need to be for the planar drivers. For the right channel, we're going to do the same thing. L75, freestanding. We're going to use the right input channel. We're going to use outputs number 3 and number 4. And then for our subwoofer, this is going to be an S90 sub. They're all the same variant, so you don't have to choose anything there, but you do have to choose all. And then for the input channel, we created a subwoofer channel, so that's going to be our input. Output will be output number 5. And now we've got a high pass filters, 80 Hertz, both for the high pass and the low pass on our L75s and our S90. Next, we go to the speaker testing tab. Here's where we can run pink noise just to make sure everything is working the way that it's supposed to and coming out of the right channels. Alignment, polarity pulse, so we'll give a positive pulse. You can check phase, make sure everything is good there. at the drivers. Sine waves, so you want to run frequency sweeps, especially down in the subwoofer range, and you can run that up. It's continuous, so you can just leave that on. It'll run you through your sweeps so you can find noises and vibrations in the room. Click back to normal when you're done, and then make sure that you either turn these back on again or just hit enable all and it will turn them all back on. After that, you would go to System. When you're all done, export configuration file. That's a simple step of just right-clicking that link, save link as SA config L75 2.1. Save. Now we've got that configuration file saved on our computer so that if anything ever happened and this ever had been reset or something lost its memory, you'd be able to just reload that right back in just by hitting import and then reloading that file right back in. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Thank you.